Man, what's going on, y'all? What's happening? What's the word? Machiavelli Mills TV. Y'all hit that like button and hit the subscribe button for me. So I was supposed to make this video some days ago, but I've been busy running around with my kids, getting sleep after work, etc. But here we are, right? I'm late, like 4 or 5 days late with this topic, but I wanted to address the situation. This situation involves Cameron and former world champion boxer Adrien Broner. So, as everybody know, Cameron has the It Is What It Is podcast with his boy and longtime friend and platinum-selling rapper Mace, right? And then he has a mediator, moderator, a host of the show, rather. Her name is Treasure Wilson, but everybody call her Stat Baby, right? Stat Baby's a young woman. I think she went to the University of Miami, got a degree in journalism, communication, and she's about maybe 23, 24 years old. So she's been doing her thing on It Is What It Is since it first started, and everybody has grown to like her. And yeah, she's been doing her thing, right? So Cameron brings on Adrien Broner to the platform so they can discuss the Terence Crawford-Canelo Alvarez showdown, right? The mega fight that occurred. They wanted to talk about what happened and why Terence Crawford won, so on and so forth, and all of that. What was next for Terence Crawford? What else could he do? They were asking Adrien about comparisons between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather, etc. So while they're on there talking to Adrien Broner, Adrien is like slobbering and fawning over Stat Baby's beauty, right? He get on there, he like, first, Stat, I didn't know you looked this good. You look good, you beautiful, you look good, right? Okay, cool, that's fine, right? Give her a compliment. It's all good. So then as they're continuing the interview and they're trying to talk about the boxing match, they're trying to talk about other sports, Adrien is in the middle of getting answered, in the middle of answering questions or in the middle of getting asked questions, he just cuts off Cameron. Stat, oh my God, Stat, how much you weigh, Stat, oh my God, Stat, how much, Stat, oh, like, it's like, damn, now it's getting weird, right? Because she keeps saying thank you, she's laughing it off, but it's getting a little weird now, because like, now you making her uncomfortable, and then Cameron is getting annoyed because, one, you're making Stat uncomfortable, but also he already told you beforehand, Stat Baby's boyfriend is in here, right? So you know her guy in there, and you keep on pushing these buttons, keep talking about how beautiful she is, and you, Stat, oh my God, Stat, you steady fawning over her, you steady, oh my God, Stat, you're slobbering and drooling over her, and it's like, all right, bro, okay. Cameron kept trying to give him chances. Cam just kept trying to pivot, segue to different topics in order to get him back on track. And every time the conversation kept going back to Adrien Broner, Stat, he looking at Stat Baby, Stat, right? And I'm like, all right, bro. And well, Cameron say, okay, bro, we're going to have to ask you to leave now. Cam say, we're going to pay you for your time. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming on. We're going to pay you for your time, but I got to ask you to leave, bro. I got to ask you to get up out of here. I done told you several times, about have a boyfriend being here, it's like a little sister to me. Like, come on. And Adrien Broner like, oh, no, not me and Cam beef. And they're like, no, it's not no beef. It's not no beef. Well, I'm going to ask you to leave. You can wait outside for us. Well, I'm going to come and holler at you later on or whatever. But I'm going to pay you for your time, but I'm going to ask you to leave. Right? Now, this is the only problem I had with the whole thing with Cameron and Adrien Broner. When Adrien walked out, Cameron started going off on him, calling them all type of junkies, snapping out when he left out, right? And it was on camera. Now, I think Cam said to cut the camera off at that time. But for whatever reason, the cameras are still rolling. I think he said cut the camera or whatever, cut it off or whatever. But the cameras were still rolling, and that clip got released to the public. And I'm like, that part, If you cool with Adrien, calling him a junkie and all of that, like behind his back, talking crazy like that behind his back, and then releasing it to the public, that part ain't cool. But him telling Adrien Broner he got to leave the show, hey, I understand 100%. Because at this point, Adrien, We've told you several times, hey, listen, hey, you got to calm down, man. You got to calm down. You got to stop. Her boyfriend is in here. I'm not trying to disrespect her guy, nor am I trying to disrespect her because she giving that uncomfortable laugh. Now I saw some men saying, look at her, she laughing, she like that, she like that, she like that. And this is the problem. See, a few of you motherfuckers, man, excuse me for cussing, excuse my language, a few of y'all dudes, y'all don't know when a girl is not interested in you. You don't know when a woman is uncomfortable. You just be over the top. And a lot of women do an uncomfortable laugh to try to end it in hopes of ending a situation that's uncomfortable for them. They laugh and chuckle it off in hopes that it would end the engagement with the person, right? And sometimes it keeps going because some of y'all so dumb, y'all can't read the room and figure out, hey, this girl is really not interested in nothing I'm saying to her or nothing that I got. No game that I'm trying to spit at her is not working. She's really uncomfortable. Some of y'all say, oh, shit, I'm going to just keep doing it. And Adrien kept going. So some of y'all read laughter as a girl liking it when a lot of times women laugh themselves through an uncomfortable situation. I've seen this firsthand. I've seen it in college. I've seen it in grad school. I've seen it in high school. I've seen it in my everyday life in corporate America. You know what I mean? I've witnessed women laughing through uncomfortable situations with men, and trying to get the interaction over with. And some of y'all going to say, well, why do the girl just don't say I'm uncomfortable, leave me alone? Because some of these dudes out here is out of their damn mind. And when a woman say that to them, they're going to lose their mind and try to get belligerent, try to get aggressive, try to get angry. Some of these dudes act like that. Not all of them. But as a man, I know dudes, when a woman tell them they uncomfortable, and when a woman say, hey, can you stop and all that, they start, man, y'all motherfuckers, y'all don't know what to do trying to compliment you. Goddamn, we can't say shit to y'all motherfucking ass. Goddamn, shit, motherfucker. Like all of that. Some of these dudes out here belligerent. And Adrien Broner, Adrien's an alcoholic. Let's be fair. He was up there inebriated. He was an alcoholic. He is an alcoholic. And believe it or not, Adrien has been on interview platforms in worse condition. Like I remember this one interview that came out. Adrien was so drunk, like Errol Spence, world champion boxer, former world champion boxer, unified welterweight champion at one point. Errol Spence sees a clip of Adrien Broner getting interviewed, and he like, yo, why would y'all release this, man? He has a problem, man. He's an addict. He needs help. But why would y'all release this interview for the public, for everybody to see? Because whoever was doing the interview, they released the interview. And Adrien is up there sloppy drunk. You can barely understand what he's saying. He talking in circles. He's sounding like off his rocker. Like he just sounding like he ready to pass out at any moment. But they're still conducting the interview with him. And Errol Spence is like, yo, why wasn't this interview stopped? Like he's an addict. He has a problem. And he does. He does. And yeah, Adrien up there drunk. And then too, I'm not saying he wasn't going to do nothing to Stab Baby. I don't think he was going to do nothing to Stab Baby. I don't think Adrien's a bad person. He just needs to know boundaries and know limits. He needs to understand, hey, cut it out, bro. And sometimes it's that boxer stuff. Cameron then told you her boyfriend up in here, but you figure he can't whoop my ass. So let me just go ahead and keep doing what I want to do. Hell no, bro. Cut it out. That's that boxer stuff. You know what I'm saying? That combat, when a person is engaged in combat sports for a living, a lot of them disregard. Some of them can be rather sociopathic or disregard certain things because they feel like you can't whoop my ass though. Not all of them, but some of them are, But anyway, yeah, Adrien is a drunk. He's alcoholic. And he really do need, I'm not even trying to be funny. He needs Alcoholics Anonymous. He needs to stay in some type of rehabilitation. He needs help, professional help. Because Adrien get drunk for a long time. And then when a fight come, he get in shape. He stop drinking, get prepared for the fight, get in shape for the fight. He make his little money, whether he win or lose. Then he go back to drinking. It's a cycle for him. It's cyclical for him. But when you're making, I'm good on Cam though. Because we got to check our friends and people we cool with, or even people that we not cool with in certain environments. And you gotta check dudes when they're making women uncomfortable. You gotta check them when they out of bounds, when they out of pocket. Especially if you know the brother. If you know the brother, hey man, cut it out, And even if you don't, it's a woman around you that you close to, one of your people, nah man, stop it. Stop it. Don't do that. Tell another guy. You should tell a guy, hey, leave her. Hey, bro. Hey, leave her alone, man. Leave her alone. Go on. Let's end this interaction. Hey, look. Leave her alone. Leave it alone, bro. Leave it alone. Because I'm being real. And people are going to say, oh, Mac, you on here simping. No, it's for real. As a man with a daughter, a 14-year-old daughter, even if I didn't have a daughter, but, it heightens it for me. I would want men around my daughter in any way when she gets older, if she's in an uncomfortable situation and I'm not there, and I know it gets tricky because some of these dudes got guns on them and all type of crazy stuff. But, I would hope that some men would, help protect my daughter if she's in a situation where she's uncomfortable and the dude is being a creep. Because Adrien was coming off like a creep in that instance. Stat. Oh my gosh, Stat. You sound like a creepy old man, And some of these motherfuckers, some of these creepy old dudes that you work with in some of these jobs, and they used to being able to do what the hell they want to do and say what they want to say before the Me Too movement was around. They could just say all type of shit. Girl, you got a fat old ass in that dress. All type of girl, you got an onion back there. Goddamn, girl, you can't, all that. Some of these dudes still want to live in them times where they can say all type of crazy stuff to women, even in workplaces and all of that, and it's cool and it's fine. It's like, nah, bro, nah. And while Adrien didn't say anything like that, him steady fawning and slobbering over her, that can get uncomfortable for a woman, especially when she don't want that type of interaction. She don't want those type of advances, And Stab Baby strikes me as a woman, a young woman who laughs herself through uncomfortable situations with guys. Like, I remember when I was in college, right? A friend of mine, she told me about one of the people that worked in the administrative buildings, at the school. And one of the buildings, and how he basically made her uncomfortable. He always tried to flirt with her, always, trying to get at her and all of that. And she was like, it was uncomfortable. And so I remember this one time I'm walking through one of the buildings, and she say she had to go in the office and to handle an issue, or not an issue like with him, but like some other issue she need to handle and get done. But he happened, the guy who made her uncomfortable with his flirtatious ways, he happened to be the only one in the office at that time, and she had to get whatever she had to get done. She had to get it done quickly. So she asked me, she said, Malcolm, can you come in here with me? He's not going to flirt with me and do all of that extra flirtatious stuff. If you around, he's not going to do it then. Can you come in here with me? I said, for sure. So I go and I walk in there with her, and, his ass look up like, God damn, he up in here. Hell yeah. Now let's handle the business. Let's get the hell on up out of here. All this flirting and all of that, cut it out, dog. I ain't said it to him. I'm young, but I come up in there with her because she asked me to come in there so he wouldn't do all that flirting with her so she can get her stuff done. I'm like, at the time, 20. Probably, I'm like 20 years old at the time, maybe, right? So she get everything she need to get done, and then we leave out, right? I know dude knew, like, oh, she brought him up in here. So I wouldn't be on that type of time or whatever, maybe, because I was with her. It was obvious I was with her, and I wasn't romantically involved with her in any way. She was just my homegirl. But yeah, and she would say, like, the other times he was trying to flirt, she would laugh it off or whatever, Kind of because she didn't really know. She wasn't a confrontational person. She didn't know how to tell, hey, leave me alone. She was kind of shy. She wasn't confrontational at all. It wasn't her speed. She kind of didn't know how to handle it, And so that's why she asked me to come in there, because she knew he wasn't going to do that. She said when other people around, he don't do that, But if she by herself and he around, oh, he going to get to trying to flirt, all of that. And so, yeah, I'm like, let me go on up in here with her. So I told that story to say that there are situations where women are uncomfortable, but they won't voice it out of fear that, I don't know, the dude might get belligerent, the dude might act out, the dude might start wilding, snapping, especially if she by herself, all of that. Some of them don't have that personality that's kind of confrontational, to kind of be like, they're kind of nervous of responding in a certain way that could make the dude snap or whatever. So yeah, I have to say that because some of y'all will probably gonna be in the comments like, man, she could, she liked it, she laughing, and not aware that there are women who laugh themselves through uncomfortable situations. So yeah, Adrien, it was good that Cam checked out. Great that Cam checked on. You got to protect women, man. You got to protect women in these situations because, you know, a lot of times they feel scared. They feel scared. And I'll take that back, even if you don't know the woman. So when a woman feels scared and she feels she's don't know what to do, you know, hey, man, tell brother, hey, brother, because this is a way you could do things without going off on the dude. I ain't saying you got to be, man, get out of goddamn face, man. I ain't saying you got to do all of that. Hey, bro, it's all good, man. She look like she uncomfortable. She seem uncomfortable. Hey, man, it's all, look. We can go ahead and get up out of here, get this done. We can go ahead and leave her alone, bro. Leave her alone. Go on here. We can go ahead and go on about our different ways, but go on here and leave her alone, fam. Leave her alone. You know? Because some dudes just, they don't see that a woman is saying is uncomfortable. Or some dudes see a woman is uncomfortable and they just keep trying to press. But yeah, I do think it's good that Cam handled this situation like that. Look, bro, we're going to ask you to leave. Because then also, too, man, we ain't going to let you sit in here and punk her dude. And also, we ain't going to let you sit in here and make her uncomfortable, too. It's a double-edged sword. You know? Treasure Wilson, a.k.a. Stab Baby, is like a little sister to them. They don't want no Stat being uncomfortable. And then she like, yo, I'm uncomfortable in the presence of men who's supposed to be like big brothers to me. And they got me in a situation where this dude is steady coming at me, steady coming at her. Excuse me, I'm sorry. And nobody is speaking in her favor. You know, so it couldn't have been a situation like that. So Cam handled that accordingly and said, you know what? Nah, AB. Thanks for coming on, but we got to get you up out of here. But Adrien Broner does need help. And he got to understand, too. When a woman ain't returning to them, ain't responding to those advances, leave it alone. Leave it alone. You know, leave it alone. Cut it out. Move it forward. Get your money. Get your money from being on the show. Do whatever you're financially obligated to do, and go on about your business. But when a woman ain't responding to them advances, hey, leave it alone. Leave it alone, man. So yeah, it's great that Cam protected Stat Baby. And you know, I like that interaction. I like how that was handled. Outside of the part where he left and Cam started calling him a junkie and all that type of stuff and talking a little too crazy, a little crazy, and it was released to the public. Because if you're gonna say that, cool, but don't release it to the public. Because now it just that part look a little crazy the way he was talking. But I do get him being upset, though. Let me say this. I understand him being upset. Like, bro, we brought you on here so you can professionally analyze the boxing event, the boxing match that occurred between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. And we wanted you to give analysis on other sports. We didn't bring you in here to be making our host uncomfortable. And our host uncomfortable, and for you to keep trying to salivate over her and shooting your shot and keep fawning over her when we already told you her boyfriend in here and it's making her uncomfortable. You know? Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out, y'all. Peace.